What can we do to lift up names like Breonna Taylor?
Absolutely. Tahasha and Bianca, thank you so much for bringing humanity into the conversation, because that is the thing that is missing in our policing. And going forward, as we talk about reform and defunding, humanity is the thing that has to be in the forefront of all of that. Breonna cannot have passed away, cannot have been murdered, cannot have died in vain. Going forward, especially here in Louisville, is where we can start. That humanity gets instilled in the police department in her name. That you don't forget in policing that you're dealing with human beings in her name. That the whole idea of no knock, no goodness, no knock in itself is inhumane, because it means that the bust is more important than the human beings that you are going to encounter. So in policing, in training, when it gets to the point that you have seen so much out there, and I don't doubt that is the case in policing. I'm sure the responsibility of that job and the doing of that job is so, no cursing, is so hard, and that pieces of your soul could potentially be taken away from the things that you see. But even with that, you cannot forget that you are dealing with human beings. So once someone is in custody, you don't continue to be mad because of how you had to get them into custody. That job is done. So then the next part of your training kicks in, the safely getting someone to the police department so they could be charged. When they came into Breonna's home, there was no humanity with the amount of bullets that ended up getting sprayed. No one was thinking about, I'm coming in to deal with human beings. That is the part that has to be addressed. Coming in, going forward, as police step into the precinct, coming out of the precinct, getting into a car, there needs to be something there to say, don't forget you're dealing with human beings. And everything that happens going forth, especially in Louisville, needs to be in her name. We're not doing this anymore because of Breonna.